Long-term analysis of Adyen. Is it a good one for 2025, 2026, and 2027? Let's analyze it together. Read the disclaimer right here in the video description below. Also join us, Train Steve. Watch more content like this about the best stocks in terms of growth, dividend. This is a huge one. It's a market. It has a market cap of 47 billion. Probably if this was like an American company, it would have more. But this is a company for the Euronext Amsterdam. So it's located in Europe. For those who don't know the stock, the Adyen engages in the provision that just a cat passed by, in the provision of payment platform business. Its product includes online payments, point of sale, marketplaces, and unified commerce. So this is what they do actually. When you go with your credit card and you pay, you are using their technology in that sense. And the presence that they have is very interesting. If we go to the financials, you can clearly see right here. Mostly the main business is carried out in Europe. We're talking about like a 57%, but also they have a big presence. They have big presence in North America, 26%, nearly 27% of presence. So this is the core business that they have. It's based in America. It's based in Europe. So prices went high in all these countries, so the business is going well. And actually, you can clearly see here the net income in semi-annual income statements. I mean, this is amazing. If you go to PayPal, you don't see this. If you go to the competitors that they have, you don't see a growth like this. And this is probably the stock is performing really well in terms of price action. If we go to the weekly chart, look at that. So it's growing like crazy. It established almost 3,000 euros per share. And then this incredible downtrend, which is just a correction, because this is very interesting. The semi-annual net income, it was making the similar results during that time. But that offered a really good opportunity for those who like to buy the stock at the bottom, because the net income wasn't affected that much. It was very similar, and then it started to go up again. So right now the situation is way better than before. And you can clearly see here the net income in these semi-annual income statements, and the last four way better than the previous ones, and the price action is lower. So this is like what they call is like it's like a oversold, as they say, because right now it's still offering an upside potential in that sense. So the thing here is like, when is it going up? And this is the difficult part, but technical analysis, it always works. If we go to the RSI, MACD, basic indicators, you have to find the best entries. You just saw that the net income is good. We're gonna see the forecast from one of the analysts to see what they think about it. But for what I see right here in the logarithmic scale, and we go to the weekly chart, you can clearly see these opportunities right there below, in the RSI as well. The best opportunity was in September 2023, after this huge crash. Those who were patient and started to buy the stock around this area, they enjoyed these profits, and we're talking about a profit of more than 100%, 134. So this is kind of good. And right now, this correction is finishing. As you can clearly see, we are in the oversold territory. And the RSI is not that clear in comparison to November 2023. But still, you can draw a line right here around this extreme level. And so I would say this is another oversold territory. It's not as good as this one, obviously, because this was incredible. But still, we are in the middle of a correction right now. It's just finishing, and you can buy around this area. In terms of technical analysis, obviously you have to do your own research. So this is just the technical analysis I'm analyzing right now. If we go to the forecast, because this is obviously my opinion, but let's see what analysts from Wall Street think about this stock. We had 29 analysts offering 1 year price forecast. And what you can see right here, the average of them think the stock should go up more than 23%. So this is very interesting. And the most optimistic one, more than 60%, nearly 67%, which is huge. But it could happen, because we're talking about 2,450. If we go to the last price, the new highs established back in October 2021, it was nearly 2,800. So we're talking about the most optimistic vision is still below the new highs established back around that year. So this is very interesting because as you saw before, the net income is way better than before. And then we have the EPS, earnings per share, and you can clearly see the forecast. Wow, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, if you go to Nvidia, you're gonna see something like this as well. So this is the type of stock that is great to buy, for the long term. But obviously, the only bad thing about this is the market. If the market crashes, it's gonna offer you a good opportunity, that's for sure. But obviously, the corrections with the stocks tend to be higher when we're talking about tech stocks. So this is the only risk, and this is the only worry that the worrisome situation about tech stocks. So that's the only thing. But apart from this, it looks great. Look at the revenue is going up, EPS is going up, and the forecasts are also good. So the importance is, and this is a key question, is like, okay, are these forecasts very, very reliable? I would say they are, because if we go to the reported earnings, we're talking about that these results are very close to the estimate. And actually, the reported earnings are even better than the estimate. So that's super good, because if the contrary happens, obviously, yeah, you could see like a correction, something like that, but still, the market is a market. So look at the reaction that happened right here. So even though the company is doing great, you cannot predict exactly this type of situations, but when that happens, and you can realize if this is an opportunity, or if this is just a moment for not to do anything, because imagine that the net income is going down and it's in negative territory. Obviously, you see this crash and you think still the company is not going good. But if you see that the net income is stable and it's positive and it's increasing over time, I would say this is offering you a very good opportunity. So what do you think about Adyen? Do you think it's a good one for the long term or not? Leave your comments below on this one. And we're going to end with the seasonals, because this is another important chart that I want to show you. So this chart, I would say, is like in very simple terms, layer terms. You have here since 2020, and you can see the year to date. The year to date of every year, the performance in years, and you can see the average right here in gray. So the average performance per year is 10%. So that's kind of good, So you don't see, I only saw 2 bad years in 2022, minus 45%, and in 2023, minus 10%. But the rest of the years, look at 2020. I mean, that's insane, 160. That's pretty good, in terms of performance. So it has the approval. So obviously there can be, and you can find better stocks, and that's for sure. And look at this. We're talking about here by the performance by month. This is important to analyze as well, because it's like, okay, is there a good month to buy the stock? Well, there are good months and bad months, but generally speaking, I would say the best one is in July. Right here, all green, positive territory, except for 2025, which is the current year, but still minus 3% is not that much. It's not a huge downtrend. And here we have the remaining months and the rest of the performance right here. So for the end of the year, I would say it's gonna look good, because the average of these months over the last 5-6 years, they were positive. So if you had to bet on something, I would say buying this stock between May and July, and between October and December, these are the best moments to do it. So probably there is a reason behind it, because the financial results are coming around that date. And the thing here is like, there are people that work within the company, or they know contacts, and insider trading is there, even if you believe it or not, it's there. So if they have good financial results, the word spreads out and people start buying the stock. So it happens before the earnings. So if you see the price action going up, so probably people that already know what's happening inside. So this is all for today, guys. So remember to subscribe to 10XT, and also join us right now. Let's go.